Hi, Madbronco here. Today I'm at Modena in Italy to have a go at their driving experience and drive these three cars behind me around the circuit. I am not here to compete in a race or try and set any lap records. I am just here to have a go in the cars and do a few laps and most of all have some fun. I am now going to get suited up and take the first car out for a spin. Not literally, I hope. So I hope you will join me and see how I get on. Right, okay, so I'm in the first car of the day now, which is the Lamborghini Countach. I'm all strapped in, I'm ready to go, so I think we'll get it into gear and get out on our outlap. Right, so as you will have heard me say in the intro, we're at the Modena circuit in Italy to have a go at their driving experience. It's not a circuit I know that well, it's not a circuit you see on TV very much. So obviously I've had to learn the circuit. It's not the most difficult of circuits, not that long actually, so as it's quite a short lap, just over a minute or so, we actually get 5 laps today, so I've got 5 laps to see what I can do. Anyway, we're going down the back straight now. I've gone for the faster version of the circuit. So it's quite, like I say, quite a basic circuit. It's kind of like a start-finish straight, a back straight, and then sort of a set of twiddly corners to connect the two. So as we come through the second set of twiddly corners, if you like, just going to be coming round onto the start-finish straight. So pretty short outlap, as you can see. So I'm pretty much going to shut up now as we come through the last corner. Just have a quick comment at the end of each lap. So here we go, full throttle, see what we can do as we start lap 1. Okay, well that's the first lap, not too bad. See what we can do on lap 2. Okay, that felt like a bit of a better lap. Hit a few more apexes, see if we can build on that on lap 3. Okay, not such a good lap there, a few little mistakes. See what we can do on lap 4. Okay, again, a few little mistakes there. See if we can put in a good final lap. Okay, wow, that was still went by pretty quick, even though I got 5 laps. So that's it. Yeah, that was a lot of fun, and a cool car to drive to boot. Yeah, well, what can I say? I think I did a couple of reasonable laps, got a couple of reasonable corners in, a few corners missed the apex, and a bit wide, but overall, yeah, I'm quite pleased with that for the start of the day. Like I say, it's not a circuit I know particularly well. Obviously, we had a look around this morning and a few pointers and stuff, so yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. And like I say, a pretty cool car to drive as well, especially if you sort of grew up through the 80s and stuff. You know, you would have been quite fascinated by these. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, shoot. Oh no, I've missed the pit in. Yeah, right, okay. Looks like we'll be doing 2 in laps. Oops. As you'll see in a minute when we get back round there, the pit in, you actually have to go up the part of the circuit we're not using for this fast version, and I completely forgot. Went to go around the last. Oh, where's the pit in? Oh yeah, you'll see in a second, but oh well, I'm gonna have to talk for 2 in laps then. We'll give it a little bit of a little bit of throttle, but cool sounding car as well. So yeah, like I was saying, obviously, if you sort of grew up during the 80s and stuff, you would probably been, like myself, quite fascinated by these cars. I think didn't they have one in Miami Vice or something? Yeah, but anyway, so to get to drive one, it's a pretty cool experience. So anyway, yeah, I'm supposed to keep to the left here and go past up here, which is actually the slower version of the circuit, which goes round to the right there, and here's the pit lane. Completely forgot, because oh blimey, try and keep it on the pit lane. Yeah, completely forgot about that, because it's kind of on a different part of the circuit where we didn't drive. But anyway, we've made it to the pit lane. So we're getting into our pit box and see what the times were. So let's see. Wow, that was a lot of fun. I could have driven some more laps. Anyway, the 3 lap times for the Lamborghini Countach are 105.52, 105.54, 106.1, 106 dead, and 105.4. Nothing record breaking, I'm afraid, but certainly a good start to the day, with my fastest lap coming on the final lap. I am now going to get ready to drive something faster, so please join me and let's see how I do. Right, okay, so I'm in the second car of the day now, which is the Alfa Romeo 155 Ti V6. I'm all strapped in, I'm ready to go, so I think we'll get it into gear, get out on our out lap. Right, so I've been running the first car of the day, got a bit of a feel for the circuit. Obviously we're stepping it up with this second car, with the Alfa, which is a German DTM touring car from the sort of mid-90s. And yeah, I'm quite looking forward to this. Quite a cool looking car. Certainly got a cool sound to it as well. A screaming V6. So you should be able to get a faster lap time. Obviously be able to go through the corners faster. Later braking, etc. So again, I've got the 5 laps to try and get a bit of a handle on this car. So as we come round through, like I say, the second, as I called it earlier, the second twiddly bit of this circuit, it joins the 2 straights. We'll come up around this last, this is quite a tricky corner, this actually, onto the start finish straight. Anyway, here we go, full throttle, see what we can do as we start lap 1. Okay, that's the first lap, didn't feel too bad, a little mistake. See what we can do on lap 2. Okay, that felt like a better lap. I didn't make the same mistake. See what we can do on lap 3. Okay, again, not such a good lap. Missed turn 1, see what we can do on lap 4. Right, as we start our final lap, let's see if we can put in a good one. Right, well, that's it. Whew, that felt pretty good. I enjoyed that. It'd be interesting to see what the lap times were. They all felt pretty good, pretty consistent. I think there was only one lap where I made any real major mistake. I think that was on lap 3. Completely missed the braking for turn 1. Managed to keep it on the road, which was good. I'm sure that would have affected the lap time, so one last little blast there down the back straight. Really cool sounding car this. Like I said in the out lap with a screaming V6. As we head back in on our in lap, we mustn't forget where we've got to go to get into the pits. Oh yeah, it was funny when I went in on the first car. And I was like, all sort of, oh, I'm sorry, I took 2 in laps, missed this here. The guy said, it's no problem. He said, I'm not the first person to have done it, and I probably won't be the last, so no big deal, they've seen it before. Anyway, managed to keep it out of the gravel this time, coming into the pit lane. Quite a narrow pit lane there on that corner. So as we head down towards our box, we'll get it stopped. It'll be interesting to see what the lap times were. So let's see. Well, that was a lot of fun. I could have driven some more laps. Anyway, the 3 lap times for the Alfa Romeo 155 Ti V6R: 1 minute point 8, 1 minute point 2, 101 dead, 1 minute point 6, and 1 minute point 3. Nothing record breaking, I'm afraid, but certainly pretty consistent, even if I am a little bit disappointed I didn't break the minute mark. I am now going to get ready to drive something faster, so please join me and let's see how I do. Right, okay, so I'm in the last car of the day now, which is the Maserati MC12 GT1. I'm all strapped in, I'm ready to go, so I think we'll get it into gear and get out on the outlap. Right, okay, so as I just said, this is the last car of the day, unfortunately. Obviously the fastest car of the day, being it's a GT1 sports car. Obviously much later than the other 2 cars I've driven, which were more from the 80s and 90s. This is obviously a 2000s car. It's obviously a lot newer technology, etc. Obviously this is a full purpose built race car, so plenty of power. Listen to that V12, that sounds good. Obviously a lot of downforce, racing tyres, etc. Even though I had racing slicks on the Alpha. So I think this is going to be a lot of fun, but also pretty interesting. As such a fast and powerful car around what is a pretty small circuit, short lap. So as we come up through the last corner, interesting to see how we get on. Obviously should be able to get under a minute in this one. So let's go, start lap 1. Okay, first lap done, not too bad. See what we can do on lap 2. Okay, ooh, okay, couple of mistakes there. So we can do on lap 3. Okay, that felt like a better lap. See what lap 4 brings. Oh no! God, what a disaster of a lap. Let's hope lap 5's better. Okay, that's it. That's the 5 laps. Wow. Whew. Well, that was a cool car to drive. Even though, wow, lap 4, end of lap 4 there, coming onto the start finish straight. It was actually twice. I was just going to speak, and kind of near disaster on the grass on the left. And at the end of lap 4 the second time, I thought I was going to go in the wall. Wow. That is, like I was saying, I think with the Alpha, when I was doing the Alpha, that is quite tricky, that last corner. Because it's quite fast, but you've got to be careful not to go too fast, obviously, because you end up out there on the grass. And it's got that kind of a pit wall where the pit wall appears. But anyway, we survived as we get into the pit lane. Oh, touch the gravel again in this car, wow, twice. Anyway, we survived to do the 5 laps, which is good, so we'll get into the pit box and see what the lap times were. Well, that was a lot of fun. I could have driven some more laps. Anyway, the 3 lap times for the Maserati MC12 GT1 are 55.46, 55.8, 55.42, 55.6 and 54.7. Nothing record breaking, I'm afraid, but certainly a cool car to drive and some pretty consistent lap times, with again my fastest coming on the last lap. Unfortunately, that is the last car of the day, so no more driving for me today. It's time to take the race suit off and to return to normality. I'm sorry to say that is the end of my driving experience for today. I have driven some great cars, and most of all I've had a lot of fun. So I'll be doing another driving experience at another circuit very soon. I hope you enjoyed the video and will join me for another driving experience, and of course please subscribe, like and comment. Have a nice day wherever you are, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.